think it's fitting for this convention and what's going on in the country and what's coming up with the elections. It's a quote by Asa Randolph. And he stated that salvation for a race, nation, or class must come from within. To me, that means that the people in this room and the labor movement in this state, that it's up to us to make a difference in this election. We're the ones that are going to have to get the work done and go out and fight and turn this thing around. He also stated that freedom is never granted, it is won. And justice is never given, it is exacted. In other words, you got to fight for it, you got to take it. So if anybody thinks that the capitalists that have gotten their grips on our government and on this country are going to give that back to us without a fight, Randolph said this many years ago, and I say it to you now, you're badly mistaken. It's not going to happen. We're only going to get what we can take from it. And he goes further to say that freedom and justice must be struggled for by the oppressed of all lands and races. The struggle must be continuous, for freedom is never a final act, but a continuing, evolving process to higher and higher levels of human, social, economic, political, and religious relationships. And I'll finish by saying this. North Carolina having the lowest union density in the nation. Whenever we get good laws passed, like same-day registration, a lot of times I get calls from people like the New York Times and LA Times. They want to know, how do you get such laws passed in North Carolina? Well, the last statement that I gave to you is what I give again. That in the state of North Carolina, it is a continuing struggle. But you have labor, you have the religious groups, the faith groups, you have the community groups working together. That's how we've gotten it done in this state, and that's how we're going to win these elections coming this fall.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, where so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Today's standing united against allegiance by Sister Betty Jones.
Let us turn to the flag, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I was hanging out back in the back there with my friend from 425, and he said, we need a little fire in this place. Good morning. Good morning. True story, because it's time, it's war time. Right, Brother Wiggins? Mr. Wiggins, it's war time. Thank you, Mr. Vice President Melvin Munford, for all of your hard work and the hard work of the Triangle Labor Council we call TLC. Take a look, Kate. Triangle Labor Council, we thank you for your leadership and the leadership of Mike Rapides and the other officers and members of the Central Labor Council. Brothers and sisters, how many are here for the very first time? First convention. First convention. First convention. Give them a hand. You always love newbies, right? Always love newbies. Today and tomorrow, we will deal with a number of issues. We will certainly deal with resolutions that will guide our organization for the next year. We will spend most of our time talking about this upcoming election and what it means that we make the right decision when we go to vote on November the 2nd. And for those of you in this room that feel that politics have no place in the labor movement in a convention like this, I want to kindly excuse you at this point if you can't take it. Because we're in a crisis, brothers and sisters. We can decide whether we move forward or move backwards. As President Obama said to us at the Executive Council, there's something wrong, baby Cox, when the folks who got us in this mess, economic mess, stood up on the hill while this president and Congress stood in the mud trying to push this economic vehicle out of the mud. They stood there and decided not to even give us one vote to get this economic engine out of the mud. And now they're saying over here, give us the keys. Give us the keys back. Not on my watch. Let me say not on my watch. Not on my watch. And so I want to say to you, those of you who are faint-hearted and believe that politics shouldn't be here and that you can't stand it, I'll understand if you walk out. God bless you. God bless you.